Hey everybody, this is Pastor B and welcome to Roadmap for Breakthrough, where our mission is to connect and encourage people who are all on the road towards seeing breakthrough happen in their lives. And today and for the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about the first stop on the road towards breakthrough, which is self-awareness. So, if someone were to ask you who you were, I think you would give them two answers. The first would be your name. I'm Brian Henderson. The second answer would have something to do with where you are at the moment. For example, if I'm at the church, I'm Brian Henderson. I'm the senior pastor here. If I'm at my wife's school, I'm Brian Henderson, Miss Henderson's husband. If I'm in Mississippi with my mom, I'm Brian Henderson, Linda's son. If I'm somewhere with my daughter, and it's an event that's associated with my daughter, I'm Brian Henderson, I'm Layla's dad. Because we're all different people based on where we are. Our names are the same, but the titles and the things that come after those names changes depending on where we are. And the challenge that we face is making sure that while we may change in title and in function as we move about in the world, we have to always know who we are at our core. And this is self-awareness. We have to always know who we want to be, who we wake up in the morning determined to be. That's self-awareness. It's being aware of your true self or the self that you're working toward. And when we're not clear on that, when we don't understand what that means and when it vacillates and we don't do the difficult work of determining who we want to be in the world, we tend to get frustrated. Our minds are taken in every which way and we are lost in the midst of what we do. So lost that we don't know who we are, ultimately getting frustrated. Now, for me, who I am at my core is directly connected to my faith. So my core personality or my core person is a disciple of Jesus Christ. When I wake up in the morning, what I want to be is a disciple of Jesus Christ. And that determines what I do everywhere else. So when I'm talking about being with my daughter and being a good dad, the question that I ask myself is, am I being the type of parent that pleases God? When I'm talking about being a spouse to my wife, the question I ask is, am I being the spouse that God wants me to be or that honors God as I relate to her? As I talk about being a son, the question that I ask, as I talk about being a brother, the question that I ask is the same question. Am I doing this and fulfilling this purpose in such a way that honors God? Because at my core, when I wake up in the morning, what I want to do is honor God. That's what we call self-awareness. And when you work towards self-awareness in your life, you feel better about yourself. You feel like you're actually becoming the person you want to be, and the folks around you are blessed. And Jesus had a real keen sense of purpose and self-awareness. One day when he was with his disciples, it's recorded for us in Mark chapter 10, verse 45, he said, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." And when you encounter the life of Jesus, you discover that he lived right into that purpose and that identity that he said for them in Mark chapter 10, verse number 45. He didn't allow a lot of people to serve him. In fact, he did the serving in most instances, using his supernatural power of healing to heal. And he did the 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, feeding everybody. He was the servant. And even when it came to the cross, he gave his life as a ransom for many. He lived into the person that he wanted to be or that he knew he was. And even when he had that moment in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he said, "God, if it be your will, let this cup pass from me." At the end of that conversation, he settled and said, "Not my will, but thine be done." As difficult as it was, he lived into his purpose, and we're all blessed because of it. So identify what it looks like to be who you want to be. Identify who you want to be and walk into it. And in fact, that's your homework. So I would encourage you, this is your homework, get pencil and paper out. If you're a spouse, I would encourage you to write out what the perfect husband or the perfect wife looks like. Write out the type of husband or wife that you want to be. And then see where you are and what changes you need to make so that you line yourself up with the person that you want to be in that area of your life. If you're a parent, I would encourage you, get pencil and paper and write out what it means to be the perfect parent for where you are in life. See where you are and make the changes so that you can line up with that. That's doing the difficult work of self-awareness. And you'll be blessed for it. You'll be more comfortable. You'll be happier with who you are. And the folks around you will be blessed too. This is Pastor B with Roadmap to Breakthrough. God bless you and God keep you. And whatever you do, stay in the road.